I'm Colleen Darby, and I'm an inspirational artist. I got an email for a call for artists to work in an arts and healthcare initiative, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of that. And within a few months I was working on the oncology floor at Women's and Children's Hospital of Buffalo. I remember one day walking into the hospital and saying, "Oh, it's such a beautiful day outside." And the patient looked up at me from her bed and said, "It always looks the same from here." And I remember in that awkward moment, I had this thought that every patient should have a room with a view. So it's my goal in this campaign to give them that view.
So I was 7 years old, and I just wasn't feeling good. You know, I felt run down, so I'd go to the doctor. They say it's a cold or you have the flu, and it would go, but this went on for months. So finally my mother took me to a doctor right away. He said, "You should go to Roswell. I think this is something more serious." And I had leukemia. So I was on chemo, and chemo lasted like 4 years because the treatments then were different than they are now. So I remember all the treatment rooms. You know, there's no windows in these rooms. And doctors come in and your heart rate, you know, elevates, and you're probably going through some treatments and it's uncomfortable.
We have multiple lounge chairs that are chemo stations. And people typically will sit there and get their chemo, and sometimes they're there for 6 or 8 hours just sitting in the lounge chair. It would be wonderful if the space could also include some artwork that would let them kind of go on a thought journey so that they could think about what they would like to do in the future, think about the future that they can have.
So the goal is to create 20 inspirational landscape paintings. The series is going to be called Land Escapes. They will be created specifically for the medical environment. And I will include roads and paths and elements in the paintings that draw the patient into the painting, and then fill the canvas with inspirational quotes and words and positive messages, because I want the patients to actually go into their imagination and leave the environment that they're in and go to a sunnier place.
So I think for people to have some art, something to just draw their attention away from what they're going through, whether it's a minor procedure, even a checkup or a physical.
We'd be able to make people feel a lot more comfortable, and I think really improve the experience.
So I'm taking a month off from my day job, and I'll be devoting myself completely to this project. And I think that we can make a difference, and we can change medical environments and make them better places for patients. By making a pledge, you're also helping a potential patient. And if you've spent any time at a hospital or you've been a patient yourself, you know the importance of having an escape from your environment.
I think Colleen's art, it does a number of things. I think it's inspiring, I think it's calming, especially if you're in this setting, these sterile environments like, you know, hospitals, in particular doctors' offices. And I think it adds to your anxiety, so when you have art and beauty around you, it just tends to calm you.
No matter what the weather is outside, it can be snowing and blizzarding or storming and raining, but the view in their room will always be of a sunny day and a beautiful place. By helping me do something good, you're doing something good, plus you get some really cool stuff too. You can get everything from postcards to limited numbered G-clays to the original paintings. If you can change an environment just to help one person, you're making a big difference. I want to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch this video and to pledge and support this project, because I know it can make a huge difference.